I just thought it was a good team effort. I thought we defended really well. Obviously, Ashanti Barnes playing an outstanding game. It was awesome to watch her. Obviously she scored, but she was aggressive. She had a great look in her eyes. She doesn't miss a free throw. She has 4 assists. I can't say enough about her. She was awesome. Our team's still growing. We certainly, and I think everybody knows, we're not totally in sync. We're not playing our best yet, but our defensive intensity and commitment has allowed us to win as we're growing. So that's a very dangerous team. Marshall's a very, very dangerous team. And yeah, I mean, every time they put a 3 up, it's like I'm holding on tight. So it's a weird thing. We got to turn around. We play them again in 6 days, and we can't take anything for granted what happened today because obviously they're getting 32 threes up. So we got to make sure we get better and keep moving forward. But Ashanti was awesome. Bree Robinson was fantastic in the third. I thought kind of took the crowd over, and then I think it's a really good point to make that Rowe obviously wanted to play great, was 0 for 8, but was a plus 15, and I think for our team, that lets you know there's so much more ways to impact the game than scoring sometimes. And maybe it's you're on the floor. Like I'll use Susha, for example. They were very aware of where Susha was at all times. And that's how Ashanti gets to the basket and gets her open looks. And so as frustrating as this game may be for a Susha or a Rowe, right, you're helping us win with your presence. And that happened to be today for Susha, right? It could be Saturday for Peyton. It could be next Wednesday for Ashanti, right? You never know, but that's the idea is that, hey, I'll do my job as well as I can do it for our team to win. And so hope we're grabbing hold of that mentality. It seems like we're moving that way, but we got a ways to go, and we're going to play a lot better here, hopefully about March.
You talk about it from like kind of Susha's perspective where, she's impacting things by being out there. Ashante is kind of on the opposite end of that most of the time.
Mm-hmm, correct.
She's capable of this, but also is kind of playing that, Robin to the Batman role underneath. Like just, what's it say about her that she kind of, does wait her turn, waits, she'll have a game like this every once in a while, but then also it's just kind of like grinding most of the time.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of who she is. She's got goals, she's got aspirations, but she's just a really unselfish player. And, I actually didn't think, I know they were going to zone us. We were focused on throwing her the ball at the high post for sure, but I didn't see this scoring output from her. Like, I just thought it would be she's going to facilitate from the high post is what I thought would happen. But she's a great kid, and comes out here every day, works hard every day. We're constantly on her about rebounding, almost to the point of like, man, all right, I got it, and still needs to rebound better. 1 offensive rebound, Shane. There's no way she should have 1 offensive rebound. And she had 25 and 10 and 4, and I'm still like, no, you should have 5 offensive rebounds. So. She's just a great kid, and to your point, yeah, she does take a Robin role to Susha a lot of the time, right? And they're playing together. They're in sync. But even to Rowe and Peyton, right? It's like those 3 have been consistently our 3 leading scorers, and it's a similar role, very different role, but like to Bree Robinson, right? Like Bree's great, man. Her defense is off the charts, and I'm glad that's a career high for her. The 12, I mean, yeah, awesome. Like the 12, and the way I describe it to her is like, look, if you go to my daughter's favorite ice cream place is Sweet Frogs. Okay, if you go to Sweet Frogs, you go get the ice cream in there, right? You get the cup, but then you walk over to that mess of like toppings, right? So like, Bree's defense is the ice cream, right? It's going to be in the ice cream. That's what the core of Bree Robinson is. But like, yeah, the 12 points, yeah, that's the Oreo crumbles or whatever cookie dough, whatever you want to put on that, which is so outrageous. You just putting candy on top of your ice cream. But it's the analogy for me. It's like, and that's what Bree's done that, Ashanti's done that with those big 3 and Susha, Rowe, and Peyton kind of being in their flow a lot of the time and carrying the weight of scoring a lot of the time. So I'm just proud. I thought those 2 were awesome today and really helped us in a lot of ways.
Now I'm thinking about ice cream. I don't know what I was going to ask.
It's frozen yogurt, actually, Shane.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, you talked a little bit about it, earlier. This is not the same team as last year, but you did kind of maybe get to just point his name on the jersey and get a little motivation going there. Was that a factor like this week? Did they kind of like have a little extra?
Yeah, what I was doing was we talked about it though, and yeah, they're the champs. They're the champs, and so they when they come in here, they are the returning champion, Sun Belt champs. And so I said that a couple times because that's what we want, right? And they got it from us last year. And so I do think name on the jersey and the familiarity, right? CC was on the team, Meredith played, obviously Ace Hayes, there's familiarity. So I don't know if it was that. I don't know if going into shoot around today, App and ODU had both lost, and we talk about the standings outwardly because they're a mature group. It's like, look, you got an opportunity to rise another level here, and that doesn't mean think about it anymore. But get up and do your job today, right? Have energy, have focus. So I told him whatever your motivation is, and it could be you want to get Marshall back, right? You want the payback. It's fine, but we're on a mission here. And that's how I see our team is we're on a mission regardless of Marshall or Georgia Southern or I don't care. We're trying to play our best, and that's going to be the core of it. Game to game, you might find something, right, a quote or they're the champs or something like that to get them a little extra. But in the end, it's our mission that we're trying to chase.
You mentioned in your opening statement how you guys there's still your best basketball ahead of you guys, and you haven't hit your peak. What do you need to do then to hit your peak? What do you kind of still want to see from your group?
It's a good question, but our scoring hasn't been as good as I want it to be yet, right? And it's okay. We've worked a lot on our defense. Our defense has been good, and I think it's been really steady and at times really good. The fourth quarter, obviously, we let go a little bit, but if we can keep the defensive effort, our rebounding needs to be better. Okay, if we're rebounding at a plus 15 rate, that means we're being really aggressive. That means we're quick to the ball. And then I think just continue to share the ball and learn each other on the offensive end. And so, we're still learning, right? We're still learning who we are, where we are. We're using Bree a little bit more at point guard. She's been good with it, but it's new, right? And so, you're trying to figure different things out. This was the first game we got zoned a good portion in a long time. So that's different, right? Last time East Carolina zoned us, we only scored in the 50s. So we just got a lot, but really to me, it keeps the defensive commitment similar. The rebounding's got to go up, and the offense, I think, that's the next level to me.
You mentioned using Bree a little bit more at point guard. I noticed it right at the start of the fourth quarter, coming off those back-to-back steals. And was that kind of like a reward for leaving her out there a little bit there to start the fourth because of how the third ended? Or?
No, she's such a high-level athlete. She could probably play 37 minutes. I tried to get her a stint just in case they cut the lead. I just thought she was so elite today defensively. But no, she deserves the rewards, right? And so I love it when she gets a steal and layups. Yeah, man, you deserve that. She's just a great kid, man, and is so tough on the defensive end, so tough. You do?
If not candy, then what?
You don't need toppings on ice cream.
Okay.
This ice cream is just good enough in itself. A good vanilla ice cream, it's all you need. But I don't know. My daughter gets gummy worms and what's a gummy frogs? Let's go to the store. Let's get a bag of gummy frogs or something. Anyway.
Doesn't matter to me. Ice cream.
You guys good? Oh, you going? Yeah.
Just kind of looking ahead to Saturday with Georgia Southern. Just what do you kind of know about them and? Like a quick preview.
I wish I had a preview for I don't. I don't. Shane knows I don't look ahead at all. The only thing I saw is that I was impressed. They went to Georgia State and beat them good, and I didn't expect that. So I don't know what they do. I haven't, I've watched a really good amount of Sun Belt games. I haven't stumbled into them yet, which is weird, right? Usually when you're watching Texas State, I saw Marshall, right? So like you see other people. I just haven't stumbled into them yet. So that'll be tonight and tomorrow, all day tomorrow. So I just know new coach, and it's really all I know. I just know going to Georgia State and winning is something I've been unable to do in 2 years in the Sun Belt. So I got respect for whoever can do that. Correct. Well, we mentioned that. Don't worry. We mentioned that one. Good. Thank you, guys.